And we are live. Welcome everyone to another Apollo Justice Ace Attorney live stream. Technically it's dual Destinies, but I don't care. How we going? How we going? How we doing? How's your Thursday going? I've been up for an hour. That's you can tell how my Thursday's gone so far. Like 5 days remain until the Momusume movie's back on your calendar. Well, there you go. There you go. You got a countdown going. Alright. Gotta do my checks, and we'll get going. Jaren, welcome to the stream, man. Dash, welcome to the stream. How you guys Thursdays going? And, well, we don't really need to run the table. We need to win the Big 12, I think. Given our schedule, I'm not going to say run the table is needed, but we need to win the Big 12. I will say I have one certain problem with this team, and it's been a problem for a while, and I blame the game more than I do the team itself. The amount of times I've had to move corners around to try and figure out where they play best. Alright. I think Josh Carmichael's played pretty well. I'm not gonna lie. I think that transfer tackle has played pretty well. Esteban Crozier is lackluster for how good he should be. I can say that much. Alright. I think I'm good now. And how about the fact that everyone, their mother apparently is trading for Brian Thomas Jr., even though the Jags have now said that they're not trading Brian Thomas Jr. However, apparently they've had talks with every team in the league about Brian Thomas Jr., and he's been made available, but they said that he's not been made available. I mean, the man's played one full game. He's played one full game and 2 snaps. You can't say much about Legend Battles yet. He literally played 2 snaps in week 1 before he got injured. No, apparently the Raiders haven't even talked to him. Apparently the Raiders haven't even had a conversation about Brian Thomas yet. Like nobody's talked to the Jags about it. There's a Steelers dude apparently reporting that a deal's done. So apparently you guys aren't getting them. Apparently the Steelers are going to go. Like I understand law more than I do trade rumors. Oh god, and now NFL Rumors has posted. Many people around the league think Brian Thomas Jr. could be traded. I will say, speaking of trades, I actually like the Tavondre Sweat and Jermaine Johnson trade. It's a solid deal for both sides. It's not like groundbreaking for either side, but Jermaine Johnson's a nice 2. And I hate that I like that deal. I fucking hate it. I mean, I think every team in the league would be interested in Brian Thomas, but like, it's funny watching just the tweets rolling because I'm like, man, at this point, Brian Thomas has already been traded like 17 different times. I don't know why people are still interested. On Eagles news, we can't check because was banned off Twitter. Why were you banned on Twitter? Oh god, that's not good news. You don't want your coach overhyping his offensive coordinator. I wonder why I would not like to hear about that. Alright. Called your account inauthentic? What? 18 times and everyone still wanted him? He got actually traded. At this point, Brian Thomas has been, like, hypothetically traded 17 different times. He hadn't even been moved. He's still in Jacksonville. And most of the teams, outside of, like, the Raiders, because the Raiders have the cap space, they have pieces in place. Like, the Steelers are one of the teams that are interested. What the fuck are the Steelers gonna do? What the fuck are the Steelers? The Steelers are gonna have a, like, 6-win record because Mike Tomlin's not there anymore. And that might be a good year for them. They're about to go into the underworld. Like, if I'm the Steelers, last thing I want to do is trade for anyone. I want to start building. I don't want to start trading my picks. Alright. Oh my god, guys. AJ Styles is staying with WWE. Oh, no, he's not going to go to AEW. As Anthony Richardson should. There's plenty of teams that could use him. The Steelers. But we'll see what happens there. I hope he finds a good landing spot to learn. Because that's what needs to happen. Speaking of learning, we have a student to cross-examine. And I just thought about it. If I could do a cocky Bastion Masawa from Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, that would be a perfect voice for Hugh O'Connor. But I can't do that. Oh, Vikings? That would be a fantastic place to go. I would really like to see that. Anthony Richardson with Kevin O'Connell. I love the sound of that. I love the sound of that. And he wouldn't be, like, force-fed the starting role, which is, I think, even more important. It would be an actual battle between him and McCarthy. I already said I want nothing to do with this trial. How juvenile. It is no matter of what you want, for you will cooperate, Hugh O'Connor. Prosecutor Blackquill, why have you called this witness? Also, if you weren't here last week, we found out Robin is a she, not a he. What else did we find out? He wanted to be, or I'm sorry, she wanted to be pretty. Miriam's still hiding in her box. We got a glimpse of her out of the box. Yeah. I think that's everything. He has everything. Oh yeah, I've seen people try and trade McKee for like a 3rd round pick. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? I get there's a lot of teams that are desperate for quarterbacks, especially now that Sam Darnold won the Super Bowl. So everybody's like, you can win with anyone. This is news to me. So, like, oh god. Part of me hates now that people understand you can win a Super Bowl with anyone at quarterback, and part of me just, yeah, no. It's just annoying. Because now every team is like, we need to trade for this guy that has no point in getting, like, the package we're going to trade for him. Some guy on the herd saying the Raiders should trade Max, #1 pick for Lamar. Oh, God. Yep. I will say this much. I believe if the Raiders were to trade for Brian Thomas Jr., Max Crosby would be part of the deal. I can nearly guarantee you Max Crosby is part of that deal. Now, I'm not saying the Jags are going to get much more than Max Crosby, but I definitely think if a trade with the Raiders happened for Brian Thomas, Max Crosby would be part of that deal. It would probably be, what, Max and like a 3rd? Maybe. He's not on the block, but I'm just saying, I'm not saying he's on the block. I'm just saying he'd have to be part of that deal. I think that's the only way it would get done. Because the Jags want a pass rusher. The Jags want a pass rusher, and that's what they're going to go for if they're going to trade BTJ. It's either going to be an ungodly amount of 1st round picks that will then be traded at some point by James Gladstone, because that's the way the Rams do it. Fuck them picks. Or, you know. I will say, though, with the way this 1st round is looking of the draft, I'm so happy the Jags traded for cornerback Travis Hunter. Like, that's fantastic. We got wide receiver Travis Hunter with the 2nd pick and traded up to get him, and was able to snag cornerback Travis Hunter before the draft even started, which is great. 2 players for the price of 1. Crazy, huh? Because you're going to see the same caliber of player go at 15 that's going to go at 160. That's how just weird this class is. 1st round picks are going to be essentially gotten in the 3rd. And 4th rounds. So weird. Professor Blackwood, why have you called this witness? He's a child. It's such a weird draft because it's like you've got 10 really good players. Like really good players. And then everyone else is at the same level. Everyone else is at the same level. Like, they may not be fantastic, but they're good. They're like NFL caliber. It's so weird. It's so fucking weird. It's one of the weirdest fucking drafts. It's, what was the year? There was a year I really paid attention to the draft, and I was in college, because I literally had, like, guys in the 6th round. I was like, we have to get this guy. We have to get this guy. One of which was Telvin Smith, and I was happy we drafted him at the time. Back then it was a good thing. Now not so much. But, I paid so much attention to that draft. I have not paid nearly at all attention to the prospects this year because I finally trust my general manager. I do not care who we take. I do not care who we take because I trust the front office for the first time in fucking ever. This is the first year I've ever sat there and just been like, yeah, I don't really care who we take. I know what we kind of need, but just you draft and do your thing, and I'll believe it. You think Avion Terrell drops that far, though? Because corner's becoming more and more of a big position to take. Now, it's not going to... Nobody's going to try and Travis Hunter, but... He's projected late first, but do you think he falls that far? He can be projected there. Do you think he falls that far, though? Because I think there's a chance you get a run on some players early. And with the way this class is, if a run starts, teams are going to start following the run. That's just what I feel like is going to happen. Just to make sure they get their guy at a position. Like, I'm worried there's going to be a run on linebackers in, like, the late first round, early second, and the Jags are going to miss out on a linebacker they like. Say, fuck it. 2024 Falcons. Very true. Very true. Very true. You will recall that the day before the mock trial, in short, the day of the murder, the accused testified that she left her home at around 6 p.m. Yes, my notes here do confirm that. I've got that along with my notes for my next fanfic, which is going to do great. We all want Jacob Rodriguez, Jared. We all want Jacob Rodriguez. Dude's got... What's the best way to put it? Dude's got linebacker just stamped on his face. Yeah. He is the only, like, true... That dude's going to be a good linebacker in this entire draft. He's the only guy that I look at and go, yeah, there's no failure in that dude. Everybody, I think, under the sun wants him. At least as a fan. Yeah, I can't believe I'm going to say this because I did talk some shit about him when we drafted him. Just because he wore 49. He's the Jerry Banks of the class. He's just good. He's just good. And remember, Jerry Banks was projected second to third round, had top 5 talent. Speaking of Raiders, I'm putting the last 2 games together for the video, so you guys will get it maybe Saturday. I've recorded week 17, need to record week 18. But we've already clinched the first round bye, so I was like, I'm just going to put the 2 weeks together. And I want to see how it looks, because we might do a lot more of that. Right. Our client wasn't at school at the estimated time of death, so she couldn't be. Yet that was but a fallacious lie. Or am I mistaken, golden boy? I've no intention of saying anything more. Now, if you'll excuse me. Hold. I am not through with you yet. It seems the rogue prosecutor has it out for me. leave, and we just might discuss you know what. No. No. Wait. I don't know why, but my brain keeps wanting to slip into Vegeta for him, and I shouldn't want to, but for some reason my brain wants to. I'm not gonna do it, though. For some reason, my brain thinks he should sound like this, which he definitely shouldn't. One little statement and Mr. Cool loses it? What's that all about? I changed my mind. I'll stay and testify. Are you sure, Mr. O'Connor? Oh. Gotta do the thumb pushing up the glasses thing. That's how you know you're intelligent. Huh. The word of a genius is as good as gold. Let's get on with it. Oh, and I don't know if you guys saw the post I made yesterday, but your boy found the old content on another hard drive. I was moving the Sanford videos from one hard drive to another because I wanted to make space on my main hard drive for current content, and I put in my old hard drive. And I'm looking at it because I thought I had cleared it. I thought I had cleared my old hard drive. So I look at it and I see 3 folders. I see CC Dynasty, the old coaching carousel dynasty, which will not see the light of day. I wasn't happy with how that dynasty came out, so you guys won't be seeing that one. The 49ers franchise, which I'm so happy that I found. For those who don't know, that was the first Madden franchise I ever did for YouTube, and it was so much fun. I mispronounced Perilou the entire time. Oh, it's great. And there it was. The most important one. The OG. The first content, sports related, I ever put out. The FIU Dynasty in full. So you guys are going to get the FIU Dynasty probably in like 7 season-long videos, just because putting those out episodically is just a lot with already doing the 15 seasons of Sanford. So you might get just season by season. So football ASMR for those who, if you remember when we did the time capsule streams, it will return, and I'm excited to put those together. I probably am going to do kind of a disclaimer before the first one, just because it's, fun fact, it is 12 years old. I've been doing this for 12 years. That makes me feel so much older than I should feel. I will probably put a disclaimer because those who haven't been here long enough don't know that I was terrified doing commentary for those. And that's why you can't hear me. But you will see them. You best believe it. Hey, let it be known. Last season was a good year for me. 13 picks, that's a good season. And that included the playoffs. That's a good year. I think I only threw 9 interceptions all regular season. That's a good year for me. That's a legitimate, like, actual decent year for somebody. Now, we're not going to talk about this year. We're not going to talk about this season. Not one bit. Not one bit. And I would argue I throw less picks now than I did 12 years ago. I will say too, that week 1 game of that series is still stuck with me. I will never get over it. If you have never seen that and don't understand it, well, when that video comes out, just watch week 1 because I have still not gotten over that game. It's been 12 years and I'm still mad at one specific player in reality for what he did to me. And now I have actual reasons to be mad at him because he's a not good person. So, I win. Just like, well, Hugh hasn't won. He's probably not going to win, let's be real. Hugh O'Connor, a senior at Themis Legal Academy. Lawyer course. How's that? Just fine. Your testimony then, if you please. You're up against the top of the class now. I'd be careful if I were you. I know Junie would never lie like that. That pompous schoolboy wouldn't know what hit him. Are we sure about that? I don't know her well enough. Ooh, wait a minute. There's a tracker of who the Jags have talked with at the Combine. I need to know who they've talked with. Anthony Hill, not really a surprise. Travis Burke's not really a surprise. Ooh, okay, check injuries. That's not terrible. There's a certain tight end I want to see if they've talked to or not. Well, that one I expected. Oscar Delp, kind of expected that one. Keith Abney. Okay. Damn, I was hoping they talked to Justin Jolie. Because he's going to play well. He's going to be a good pickup for whoever gets him. Not going to say he's going to be fantastic, but he's going to be a good pickup. To get mentally prepared for the mock trial, I meditated at the archery range till 7 p.m. At around 7:15, I went to the main building before going home. That's when I saw Juniper. We didn't say much as we passed by each other. She seemed her usual self. That's it. Anything else you would like to ask? That is quite enough. Well done, golden boy. The final bell rings at 7 p.m., at which point the campus is a desolate place. Now, you will recall the tape recorder. We know the time of the voice recording. It was 7:10, the day before the mock trial. That was the dark hour of this heinous crime. Do you have any proof of that? As its final bell, this school plays a special broadcast when the clock strikes 11. When the clock strikes 7. The female voice on the tape appears 10 minutes after that broadcast. The killer waited until the school was empty to spring her devious and deadly trap. So when the witness saw the defendant, that would have been... Indeed. It was 5 minutes after the voice was captured on tape in the art room. I wanted to watch the O's game Tuesday, Jared. I was trying to watch it. But I couldn't even get it. They weren't even showing it. I mean, you dominated. I saw the scoreboard while I had the Blue Jays Yankees on. But I couldn't even get, I was so pissed off. I was like, why the fuck can't I get any team nearby? I have to watch the fucking Blue Jays and Yankees? It seems so stupid. I was so upset. Of course, the Angels got beat down, like always. Yesterday, he got fucking beat up by the Padres. I actually want to see when they play today. There it is. Do they play today? Should. Yep, we play the Cubbies at 3:10. We're 1-5. God. Then again, maybe it won't translate to the regular season. Maybe we'll be phenomenal in the regular season. No, it won't be. I said it Tuesday. My thought is 50 wins. That's how bad I think we're gonna be. My like high is 50 wins. Ergo, we know that the accused was still in the main building, even after the killing. Hell, they still might not be great after Moreno's in the grave. Because they might be screwed at that point. Hell, the only thing that's going to help them is the fact that, you know, we'll be in the lockout and probably get, like, some type of cap thing. Because we're going to that fucking lockout. Dodgers have made it a must-have. So the time of the murder and the time of when the body was moved. Great, another inconvenient testimony. Miss Sykes, your cross-examination, please. So, do you meditate often? Huh. Don't tell me you're going to start pestering me too. What's that supposed to mean? No need to play dumb with me. All the girls want to know about my private life. What? I will remind the defense. This is a court of law, not a pickup spot. How dare you try and hit on people and make it all lovey-dovey and things like that. This is not one of my fanfics. It seems Miss Fancy Pants' lawyer is smitten with the witness. The screaming of objection, I don't think is a good look. I was just trying to establish that if you must know, I never go a day without meditating. Satisfied now, stalker girl? That's it. You better take that. Whoa there, Tiger. Just take a deep breath and relax. Huh. I'll just continue my testimony now, if you don't mind. God, I wish I could do a Bastion Masawa, because I feel like that would be really good right now. For his voice. Let's see, can I find one? No. I can't. Can't. I'd have to I'd have to turn on Yu-Gi-Oh! GX and sit there for a while studying his voice to figure it out. No, Jack Atlas is different. Because Cocky Bastion is more a British tone, while Jack Atlas is full-on Aussie. You gotta go full-on Aussie for Jack Atlas. That's to me the difference between the two, is posh British for Bastion, and then 100% you gotta hit that nair when you do Jack Atlas. Like, you gotta go as fucking Aussie as you can Aussie. You gotta oi your ass straight into that accent. It sounds so much more Aussie than Cockney British to me. Well, yeah, the way he says you say, I guess. Isn't that right, you say? Yeah, I guess you're right. I always thought he sounded more Aussie to me than that, given it has been like a decade or so since I watched any 5Ds. So, yeah. Yeah. This Cockney British sounds like he British. I always look at Cockney as less understandable British. That's the way I look at Cockney. Because for me, Cockney is always just, you understand me? Like, that's how I think of Cockney, is you barely understand it. You're sitting there going, I got like 4 words. Can you say it again? Because, when me and IGS were playing Sword and Shield just for fun, I voiced Hop, and I made him annoyingly Cockney, so you couldn't understand half the shit he was saying. It works really well for him, but, yeah. But for Hugh, you would still need that poshness in the tone. He needs to be more cocky than Bastion is, but he still needs that bit of posh in there. That's why he's not Jack. That's why he's not Jack Atlas. Because the fucking Atlas is just 130% cocky. Him and his Red Dragon Archfiend. Our client has stated she went home at 6 p.m. She's looking away. She's lying. That's what L.A. Noirs taught me. No. Wrong. I don't know what she was doing, but Juniper was definitely at school after 7 p.m. But I suppose neither side can prove one way or the other. But if Junie was there, that means she's lying. Truth be told, I only saw her for the briefest of moments. When I summoned my water dragon, everything went batshit insane. I just imagine Hugh's just like Bastion, where he's got like a bunch of shit written on his wall. I also think the only reason I see him as Bastion right now is because I watched that first episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! GX a couple days ago. And now, all those voices are in my head. Also, I'm going to rant a bit. I'm going to rant it just a slight bit here. It's going to be a short little rant, but a rant nonetheless. Why the fuck don't they ever explain why Zane and Alexa wear white on blue instead of blue on white? If you've seen Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, you get what I mean. Because they have white uniforms with the blue on it, while Chaz and everyone else has the, primary blue. They never explain it. I always thought it was underclassmen wear the full blue, the primary blue, while upperclassmen wear the white on blue. That's what I always thought. But Alexa's a second year. She's a second year. So it makes no sense. It confuses the shit out of me every time. Because they never explain it, and it annoys me. It annoys the fuck out of me. I remember when I used to watch it, I thought it was just... Ooh. I thought that was the reason initially, was white on blue was the female uniform. But fucking Zane wears white on blue. Why the fuck does he wear white on blue? Explain it to me. At least he looks badass afterwards once he gets a cool-ass duster in the Cyber Dark cards. I don't get it. It pisses me off. And that they never explain it. I mean, it's a good enough excuse as for kids. But I always thought it was like an upperclassman, underclassman thing. And then I remembered like all the like Mindy and all of them wear the white on blue. But like, because Atticus wears the white on blue too once he comes back. I don't get it. I don't get it. I hate that I made more sense of the outfit than fucking 4Kids did. But you know what? All that matters is they get nicer, like, light-toned blues when they join the Society of Light. And you get that white on ice blue color. And it looks beautiful. And it's pretty. And we all follow Master Sartorius. And we're all happy. And then some dickbag named Jaden shows up and ruins it. Yeah. Rant over. That's what these streams are for me to rant and not play video games. So you just walked past a good friend, barely saying a word? The final bell had already rung. They get mad when you stand around chatting. Then again, we're not like you people, talking endlessly in those annoyingly loud voices. Annoyingly loud voices? I'd like it if you refrained from insulting my partner like that. Normally I'd shout, objection right now, but I'll take this one for the team. Huh. Anyway, I think that's about all I have to say. Alright, I'll take you up on your kind offer. I expected as much. So, go ahead. Ask away. Mr. O'Connor, I want to ask you... How'd you prep for the mock trial? Please tell the court what you were doing on October 23rd, the day before the mock trial. Huh. That's an easy one. Nothing in particular. Nothing at all? You didn't help with the preparations? You don't get it, do you? I was merely playing the role assigned to me. I left the preparations and the like to others. My job was to be mentally prepared. Ginny put her heart and soul into getting things ready, while he just sat on his behind. Just to reiterate, I spent most of the 23rd meditating at the archery range. I didn't talk to anyone until the school closed at 7 p.m. I suppose a few archery club members did come and go while I was there. But you didn't talk to anyone? Not a single soul? That's right. I didn't say a word to anyone until the final bell at 7 p.m. I see. This is crucial information. Please add it to your testimony. I don't know if you're bluffing, but if you are, you have a pretty good poker face. Poker face, poker face. No, 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 no. Bruh, Brooklyn Rage, bruh, Brooklyn Rage. Nya, 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 nya. You went down a rabbit hole looking up the Dual Academy uniform rules? There's a Reddit post saying, the girls' uniforms are a lawsuit waiting to happen. Really short skirts, even by anime standards. Not wrong. Not wrong. Not wrong. And when they're hanging out in the schoolyard looking for trouble, making trouble, never looking too far, I mean, you know bad things are going to happen. When they're back at class, they never taught them this. Tough times, hard club. We'll make it hard together. Tough time, let's go. Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. Generation X. Now I got the theme stuck in my head. Oh, that's great. You really didn't talk to anyone? Well, I did exchange a few greetings. But what does that matter? So he didn't have any conversations? The entire day? I mean, I don't talk to anyone until I look at this webcam, so, you know, I don't see the problem here. Methinks that claim needs a little more scrutiny. Real mad I'm switching up on them. Made out a new antivirus? What antivirus you going to, man? I've got Norton currently. It works real well. It's been real solid for me. It costs a lot, but it's been real solid. Why'd you stay past? Norton, probably? It's expensive, but it's worth it. Oh my god, they're doing a sequel to In a Violent Nature. That's crazy. Guys, I'm just gonna start tweeting out rumors that aren't real, and people are gonna believe them. I want to know they're spamming your email. Ooh. Oof. Why would an honor student like you ignore the last bell? I wouldn't say I ignored it. I was simply running a little late. Do you remember exactly how late? Huh. You're a stickler for details, lady. But if I had to say, I was maybe about 10, 15 minutes. If you think it's that important, I'll add it to my testimony. I was hoping you'd say that. You ignored the last bell for no reason? Shame on you. No, shame on you. Pressing me for no reason. Well, people do run late sometimes. Like you on the day this whole case began. It appears we have a culprit in the case of the pot calling the kettle black. Ha ha ha! You too, Your Honor? You too, Your Honor? Oh my god. Did you stop by the art room? Or as it's known now, the scene of the crime? No, I didn't. Can you prove it? As much as I'd like to say I could, I can't. But let me ask you, can you prove that I did? As much as I'd like to say I could, I can't. But I will ask, how often do you visit there? Hardly ever. There's no reason for me to be there anyway. There's no reason for you to be there? Is there an echo in here? If something's bothering you, I'll add it to my testimony. I consider it. Thank you for noticing. Let's add your statement to your testimony. You had no reason to be in the art room? Really? The lawyer course I'm in is supervised by Professor Means. Oh, okay, it's supervised by the creepy-ass fucking statue that's gonna kill me and I'm gonna come back as an S-rank hunter. Got it. Plus, I'm not a member of Professor Court's art club, so why would I even go there? What about art class? Nice try, but seniors don't take art class. Alright, then let me ask you. Wait, I just remembered something important. You dead? I scored only 100% on all the art tests I took through junior year. That's it. Right. Always happy to indulge in some ego stroking. Anyway, what to ask next? Do I have anything I can use against him? Ba 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 ba. Oh. Okay. Yeah, so we're gonna have to question him on that. Yeah. Does it say where he's at? Nope, just 23rd. No further questions. Actually, never mind. I've got all the info I need. My, don't we seem confident? Oh, fuck. I hit the wrong button. see. So when was prepping for the mock trial again? 24th. Yeah. Alright. I don't think this is really gonna do anything, but I wanted to see. Yeah. I had a feeling, after seeing the dialogue, I was like, yeah, okay. Alright. I think I'm gonna have to... Okay. Yeah, when the music kept going, I knew I hadn't gotten it. That's always the key, is if the music stops or not. I don't remember now, like what all of the options were here, so that's the main thing I'm trying to do is remember what the options were here. Ah, yeah, that's why. That's why, that's that one. Yeah. Yeah, full of shit. So, you didn't talk to anybody on October 23rd? Are you sure about that? Huh. I already told you. My word is as good as gold. As one Alan Jones said. I'm a man of my word. Okay then, how do you explain this? And don't spare any details, bitch. Sorry, never seen that before. This is the victim's planner. She recorded all of her plans in great detail. Take a look at this page here. It reads, 23rd, meet with Hugh, and important. Don't you find that interesting? Whoa, was Hugh fucking Professor Court? Whoa, big plot twist. Where'd you get that? The keyword here is important. You say you were at the archery range all day? But you also said a few students came and went while you were there. You shiver? That doesn't sound like a great place for an important talk. But the entire campus was buzzing with activity before the mock trial. Where could they have possibly had a private conversation? I thought about that too, but the situation changes after the last bell. What's this now? The witness stayed after the last bell. In order to have a private talk with the victim. Am I right, Mr. O'Connor? This is insane. Must we go through this yet again? I suppose you also have no evidence, as usual. No, I don't have any direct evidence. However, the witness was meditating until after the last bell, and he attempted to conceal his private meeting with the victim. Huh. First Robin, now me. Who are you going to accuse next? You're just another unscrupulous attorney looking to get ahead. Don't let him get to you. He's definitely hiding something. I mean, he was supposed to meet with the victim around her estimated time of death. I had my suspicions about Robin, but... Okay, I'm sorry. You decided to pose him like that in this piece of artwork. And that alone makes me think he did it. Like, you don't pose like that in a piece of artwork unless you done did it. Like, he's got hand in the pocket, one hand with the murder weapon. Like, that is a I done did this pose. Look at that. That man's gonna go enjoy a nice, frothy Dr. Pepper after this. Flag comes flying in. Unsportsmanlike conduct. Taunting. On the offense. Hugh seems just as guilty. These three are the only possible suspects after all. Mr. O'Connor, answer me this. Did you meet with Professor Court that day? Sorry, Mr. Jailbird Prosecutor. I don't mean to steal your thunder, but I've something to say. If it will save me some trouble, then by all means, speak away. You legit posed like that on picture day in high school? Did you have an ice pick in hand? Because that's a little worrisome. Now, if you just got the hand in the pocket, hand down, okay, looking pretty cool as shit. If you would recall, Miss Sykes, the voice on the tape recorder was female. Why did you have a baseball bat? Was it for the baseball team? Or did you just happen to have a bat with you? You could bring props. Knowing that, I'd like you to explain how I could possibly be a suspect. Oh. Fuck, he has a point. Impressive. Golden Boy here does shine gold, indeed. Care to take the reins? You're more than capable of prosecuting this case. Sorry, but I'm studying to be a lawyer. What a pity to think such genius is to be wasted on mere lawyering. Allowed props as long as it wasn't normally considered a weapon? Okay. I like the idea if you got the baseball bat, you just have it over your shoulder. Barbed wire just so happens to be around it. You decide to wear a, leather jacket. There's a kid that, just happened to get beat with what they're assuming is a barbed wired baseball bat outside. Some people keep thinking you're weird for calling it Lucille. You brought a lighter? Why would you bring a lighter? I think I've told the story about somebody setting a bathroom on fire in high school before. I think I've told that story before. But somebody lit a paper towel dispenser on fire in my high school. And this was early. This was like, what was it? 8, 9 o'clock. It was like second period. And I was in chemistry. So we thought something had exploded. And that's why, like, fire alarm went off and we had to go leave. But like, we went out and everyone's just like, what happened? What the fuck happened? And you had like 9 different rumors going on, and then you had one rumor that was the right one. It was like somebody caught a paper towel dispenser on fire in one of the bathrooms. We spent a good 3 to 4 hours just in the auditorium watching whatever the fuck was on TV. I don't even remember. And then they let us go home at like noon. It's fucking annoying. We were there for like 4 hours doing nothing. So annoying. Well, you did get to go home early. At least that was a positive. More over the top than Shawnegan. The comics got real fucked up. Yeah, I've seen the comic strip of that scene. It's a lot more grotesque. Oil tanker was in danger of blowing up. What the hell? Oh, that... Oh, God, that just reminded... I don't know how that reminded me of, What was it? It was either after school or... Oh, what was it? We were either staying after school for something band related, or it was like as the buses were coming in, there was a dude with a gun in a neighborhood that, you know, the buses dropped off at. So those people couldn't go home because the dude was in a standoff with police. I remember that. Dude was just pacing, apparently. He had like a sawed-off shotgun. I remember hearing about that, and I was like, well, that's something I didn't expect to hear around here. But yeah. Yeah, that was the thing. That's the amount of excitement I got in high school. Outside of hearing about like 14 different drug busts in the middle school. Somehow our class left and the middle school got 10 times worse. We heard a lot of rumors about what went on. And they were weird. There's one day they had 3 drug busts, including a canine unit. And then somebody getting a blowjob during a class. Yeah, this is the shit we heard about while we were in high school. So, keep that in mind. This was people younger than us doing this. Oh, yeah. Uh-huh. It was during... What was the class? What was the class? I forget the name of the course, but they did like woodworking and a bunch of other stuff. And the way the desks were, somebody could be under the desk and you would not know. Yep. Nope. It was like an ag class. Yeah, we heard a lot of shit about the middle school. It's yeah, we heard a lot of shit because I remember and this was stuff we heard at like 8 in the morning. Keep that in mind. These rumors started coming out at like 8 in the morning. Yeah, there was also a fight one day in high school between it was a 6-woman tag match, and apparently they stepped up to each other like it was a fucking movie, like from at least what I heard. And one of them got broken ribs. I did not witness it. I just heard about that one. There was one that took place like right outside of where I was, and I just never saw it. Yeah, that's about it. Yeah. Yep. That one where the girl got like busted up ribs. I only know about that because it was like people that everybody kind of knew, maybe not well, but you knew who they were. And I forget why they were fighting, but it was like 3-on-3, which when I heard about it, I was like, this is fuck. Like my brain immediately went to like 6-man tag match, and I was like, this is fucking funny where my brain's taking it. But yep. What kind of student was I? Not great. Academically. I was like a C student. I didn't do anything. I took Latin and was in band. What do you expect me to be? I was boring. I've told this. I've also already told the thing, because Jaren can attest to this. I've told it, where a friend of mine, we had a bunch of classes together, so we would walk to class at the same time. She would be dating guys at the time, and just, you know, we had a lot of classes together. So I can't do Blackwell in Latin. I don't know Latin that well. It's also been, you know, 15 plus years. So I can tell you what burn the witch is in Latin. That's Incende Veneficam. But that's a good chunk of the most I remember. But me and my friend were walking to class, and apparently a couple of the dudes she dated were jealous of me. I did not realize this. I did not know this. So it gave me a good ego trip when she told me. Like, very good ego trip. And I'm pretty sure I know at least one of them. I'm pretty sure I know at least one of the dudes that was jealous of me. I think I know one of them. That's all that I think I could figure out. But it's a good ego trip. You know, probably the only time I actually got an ego trip. Confidence booster. You with the tire. Nah, I don't think I would have gotten that. I don't think I would have gotten that. But yeah, no, I found it really funny initially because I'm like, why the fuck would you be jealous of me? Why the fuck? Now, you know, the terrible self-confidence I have, I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, why the fuck would anybody be jealous of me? Look at me. Really? Really? You're jealous of this? That seems worse on you. So yeah. Yeah. Give me a tiny little boost of ego at least for that little bit of time. That's the strangest way I've heard of somebody distributing porn at school. Now, we didn't have people who distributed that. We had monster sellers. There were like a handful of people that would go buy like 20 to 25 monsters from the Walgreens across the road. And they would bring them with them to school and they would sell them. Yep. You can make a pretty penny. You could make a pretty penny off of that back then. Whew. What, you didn't have people selling stuff at your school, Jan? Like, the energy drink sellers was like, that was a normal thing in middle school. People would be doing it too. Not as much, but in high schools when, like, you could find like 3 or 4 people that would try and sell Monster. And really, just the school didn't want people selling stuff in the school. They didn't really care that it was Monster, but that's all we really had. I will say, I never heard about any fucking going on. I never heard about any yucking. Pay $25 on the person you pointed them at. Fled to the wooden. Oh. That seems real cheap for a hit job. That seems real cheap for a hit job. I'm just gonna say that. At last, your moment is here, Sykestono. Time to refute Golden Boy's statement. And prove that you're the young prodigy worthy of the badge on your lapel. Could he lay any more pressure on? The voice is unmistakably female, so there's no point in arguing about that. Oh, trust me, I know how strong $25 was. Back then, I know. I know. Hell, $25, you could buy like... Ooh, you could buy so many monsters. I mean, I think it belongs to the victim. The voice on the tape belongs to the victim. That's the only thing that makes sense. Objection. I mean, that's a shit ton of smokes. Are you mad? The voice on the recording says you're a goner. That is something a murderer shouts as at their victim, not the other way around. Yeah, that is a problem. You're a goner. You're a goner. You're a goner. Athena? You're a goner. You're a goner. Hugh O'Connor. Hugh O'Connor? Wait a second. The gang was like a murderer's APA, dear lord. So they truly were the acolytes. Whoa, Athena, you're scaring me here. You're scared? I'm terrified for even coming up with this. With what? Prosecutor Blackwell, you want to know if I am worthy of my badge? Well, I'm about to show you why. Despite my age, I'm still just a rat in a cage. I mean, I can wear it with pride. Despite all her rage, she's still just a rat in a cage. Oh, then can I take it you won't be changing your argument? Still, it stands that it's a bit odd for the victim to be the one yelling, "You're a goner." Bruh, your school was terrible. I mean, hell, we had some shit, but, like, nothing that bad. I'm trying to think if we had anything, like, really... I don't think we ever had anything really bad happen. Like, the one fight where the ambulance had to be called was, like, the worst. That, and then somebody lighting a fire to the towel dispenser. That was really it. Those were the only two things, I think, while I was in high school. Hell, worse things were happening at the middle school. If the rumors were to be believed. Well, that would explain a lot. That would explain a lot. I agree, if that's what the victim was saying, but it's not. I assume you have something to back up your assertion, Miss Sykes. Not exactly. You don't have to add fuel to his fire, Your Honor. If it is indeed Professor Court's voice on the tape, then she was shouting because she was... Save that. Oh, so did they, like, switch up districts? Like, sectioning of districts? Because they did that at one point, or with the high school I went to. They added there was a new middle school, so my middle school was, like, split in half with that one. And then you had that middle school, my middle school, and some of another went to the same high school. Districting was weird. Scolding O'Connor, being threatened by O'Connor, threatening O'Connor. I'm gonna say being threatened by O'Connor? Because it could be either of these, man. That's a terrible trade. I don't think they won that trade. I think they need the emotional support teacher. I'm gonna go scolding just because I think it's a little better of a spot. That shot on the tape really saying you're a goner. What are you up to now, Athena? Professor Court's planner says she was supposed to meet with the witness for an important talk. Perhaps our witness, despite being a genius, had done something wrong. And this made Professor Court get angry with him during their private meeting. I don't see a problem there. That teacher seems fine. That teacher seems fully fine. I don't see how this changes what we heard on the tape. Well, if you want to see how it changes things, then let's try a little experiment. Your Honor, I want you to yell at the witness as if you're mad at him. But, and this is important, use his full name. See, now there's the problem with the teacher. That second part is the problem with the teacher. That's the real problem. Pirating video games, not an issue. Being abusive, that's an issue. Well, that's good. At least he apologized. He understood his mistakes. We like to see growth. Doesn't take away from it, but it's just positive to see. Okay, let's see. Hugh O'Connor. Huh. What did I do to deserve that? Yes, like that. Now try again, but faster. Hugh O'Connor. Hugh O'Connor. Hugh O'Connor. Hugh O'Connor. Wait a second. No, this can't be. Try jumping me while I was walking away? Oh, they was dead. Okay. Never mind, I take everything back. I take everything back about them being good people. Take everything back about them growing. Take it all back and chuck it out a window. You think I'd spend the energy to lead you this far if it wasn't true? But it is, Your Honor. Humans are not perfect. That's a scientific fact. Hey, it's not science that taught me that. It's Hannah Montana. Because nobody's perfect. You live and you learn it. I've only been up for 2.5 hours. We sometimes mistake shadows for monsters, or the wind for voices. Bullshit, that's not the wind, it's the voices in my head. And they keep telling me that I'm insane. What on... I feel like your high school is just like Tales from the Gas Station cranked up to 11. You guys have never read or heard Tales from a Gas Station? It's a creepypasta collection. It's really good. It's really good until they start jumping the shark a little too much. Then it just goes overboard. That was elementary school? Okay, so that's just, yeah, that's kids. That's a little different, but still. It's a tiny bit different, but still. Now that you mention it. You can do this, Athena. Just give the old guy one more little push. The sound of the tape recorder never was the phrase, "You're a goner." That's only what we thought we heard, when in fact, it was the witness getting yelled at. The court will note that this is different from the selective hearing men are so good at. Shut up, Athena. I feel attacked. I feel attacked. Even though you're right, I feel attacked. I think you're right, but what was that last part again? Never mind. The important thing is that the voice that was recorded isn't our client's. And since it was the victim scolding the witness, he must now join the list of suspects.
Objection.
I had thought that testimony would suffice, but it seems it has come to this. I will not allow such fallacious quibbles to bend this case. The prosecution has one final piece of evidence to present to the court.
Evidence? What's he going to pull out now? Not a photo? You can't tell me to look at this photograph. Because every time I do, it makes me laugh. Why did their eyes get so red? And what the hell is on Joey's head? Yeah, your school does very much sound like shit show.
Feast your eyes on this photo, and let me see that insolent look vanish from within them.
I don't know what the fuck that sculpture is, but it looks fucking crazy. You got Juniper with a painting over there. The clock struck 7:10. The moon is out. I hate that is far too common. Not just saying principle, but far too common of those things happening. Hmm. Hmm. Dear Lord. So much just so much Brian Thomas, man. It's too much, man. Too much. Your school was batshit insanity. And that's saying something. Oh, I didn't even get to see the message from amateurish ambassador. Damn. Was probably great about how I could get more viewers. Let's see here. Oh, it's a picture of the defendant and the victim.
The photograph shows professor and student preparing for the mock trial together.
Wait, was this taken in the art room? The room where the murder occurred?
Indeed it was. But the revelations do not end there. Do you see the clock on the wall? It reads 7:05. A mere 5 minutes before the voice was recorded on the tape. The accused brutally stabbed the victim to death 5 minutes after this photo was taken.
Seems the defendant's culpability in the crime is quite obvious. Ginny was with Professor Corch 5 minutes before she was murdered? What now? Nothing I say can change that fact.
Understand now? You can't believe in your client all you wish, but try as you might. Such misplaced faith will inevitably be cut down before the cruel, steely blade of truth. Listen, Missy. The person you'd like to save more than anyone else in the world. I'd be willing to wager that your defense isn't what they desire.
But I became a lawyer so I could...
You still fail to understand. After so much pain and defeat, the courts are not the play yards of little children dressed as lawyers. So before you break your back in failure, run along home and grow up.
If he thinks I'm giving up now, he's got another thing coming. One night, I'm gonna give it up. Judas Priest, where'd they come from? I have to find my inner strength if I ever hope to save him. But I can't think of any way to strike back. The worst of times are when lawyers have to force their biggest smiles. That's impossible. How can I smile under these circumstances, even if I forced it? This is badder than bad. Who knew Blackwell had that one waiting in the wings? Why didn't that twisted samurai just present it at the beginning? Wait, maybe this was his real plan. Was he just trying to show me how weak and powerless I am? Maybe he's right. Because I really haven't got a clue. Who's the real killer? Who murdered Professor Constant Court? Robin Newman? A girl who had been forced to live a lie as a guy? Or was it Hugh O'Connor, the honor student who had met with Professor Court?
There seems to be little reason to debate the defendant's guilt any longer.
Whew, I'm losing it.
The time for a verdict has come.
Excuse me? Even though we know Robin's a girl, I have given the main character protag voice, and all main character protags are voiced by women normally, so that's the voice you keep. No! That's not gonna happen, man!
What's the meaning of this? You can't interrupt a judge about to hand down a...
Maybe, but false verdicts are a N-O, N-O.
What?
Miss Newman, please explain yourself. Juniper's not the killer. I know because I know who the real killer is. You do? You know who the real killer is? What is she up to now? Yeah, I know because the real killer is... M-E. Me. Teehee. Why the fuck would you ever go through all of the shit that we just went through? The fucking cross-examination. Everything else. Admitting your true identity to us. And then, after all of that, shit with Hugh, the reveal of the picture, all of that shit, then come out and say, that's dumb as fuck. What? It was me! I did it alone! Just me! It was me, Austin! It was me all along! I don't get it. Why is she confessing?
Miss Newman was witness near the stage. There's even a related photo of her. The more I think about it, the more suspicious she seems.
Robin Newman isn't the kind of guy who pins the blame on friends. Just so he can walk free. Right now you're playing a part. Get it over with. Declare me guilty already. The fuck is happening? Please, wait. Juniper? What are you doing? Thank you for all you've done, Tina. But you'll have to forgive me. I can't let my friends take the blame any longer. No, I don't want you to tell me what's happening. Junie? No. Don't do it. Hugh and Robin have done nothing wrong. They have absolutely no connection to this case. The real killer is me. I alone am responsible for the entire crime.
What?
Junie, you know that's not true. Hurry up and retract your statement. I'm afraid it is true. Forgive me, Thena. Lord. What kind of cult activity did you guys go through?
Order! Order! Will somebody please explain what's going on here?
I see right through your cheap ploy. School rules state that a prior conviction terminates one's eligibility to graduate. A guilty verdict here would make whatever dreams one had go up in a puff of smoke.
Oh, I wasn't aware.
Even meek little mice will fight when cornered. A pitiful spectacle, I might add. These vermin are trying to protect each other, now that they've nowhere else to run.
Protect each other? Wait, so was Robin just trying to protect Junie too? If so, then the real killer is...
This whole thing's a joke.
Uh-oh, now it's Hugh's turn.
What? What is wrong with these kids these days?
I've never felt more relatable to the judge. I've never felt more relatable to the judge. The amount of times I have said that exact phrase, way too often nowadays.
What the fuck is wrong with children? The fuck?
Whew.
I know what just crossed your mind, or wait. I know what just crossed your mind, Miss Sykes.
Oh God!
You think the killer... You think I'm the killer, don't you? Wow, he really is a genius. He even knows what you're thinking.
Huh. I think it's about time I told you the truth. And I'll even get right to the point. It was me. I did it.
Wait. What? Now both potential suspects are claiming to be the real killer. I am so confused right now.
If you still have doubts, how about I detail my murder plot? It's absolute genius. Enough of this nonsense. This is a court of law, not the set of some high school musical bullshit drama.
I see. I have no choice, I'm afraid. I'll have to...
Wait, your boldness.
I'm sorry, Prosecutor Blackwell, but I'm in no position to hand down a verdict just yet. I am hoping that the defense and prosecution can come up with some airtight evidence. This is why I'm giving you both the rest of the day to continue investigating this case.
Pinch me. I think I'm dreaming.
Fine. Do as you wish.
This brings today's proceedings to a close. Court is adjourned.
Holy fuck, that was fucking crazy. What the fuck just happened? Oh no. Guys, we have bad news. Terrifier 4 is the finale of the Terrifier series. We're gonna miss it when it's over. We're gonna miss it so much. No, you cannot he'll never truly die. Huh. Oh my god, that is a fantastic website. I kind of hate it. Oh, I kind of don't like it. I'm looking at the new Backyard Baseball. I don't know how I feel about it. Don't know how I feel about it. Because I don't think it's terrible, but it's just so weird seeing them in 3D models. That's why I don't like about it. It's the 3D models that I'm just like, it feels wrong. Alright. Is there a pre-order bonus for MLB The Show? The standard one gives you 5 packs. That's all the pre-order bonus is. The digital deluxe edition, if you've bought the show before, they give you a 10% discount on pre-order, as well as you get the 4 days early access. You get a bunch of packs, and I think some stubs. I think that's the pre-order bonuses. I technically can get it for like $20 off because I have $10 in my PlayStation wallet. So I'm this close, I think, to getting my payout to be enough. I think I'm this close. It's gonna be real close. It depends on like when my payout like counts money and when I get my payout. Cause I don't know if I'm even gonna get my payout before the 17th, but I would like to get it before the 13th because that's my birthday and that's when, the 4 days start, and I would like to have it for my birthday. That would be really cool. It depends on how badly you want it. Like for me, uh like Road to the Show is a lot for me, because it's my what if I continued playing baseball is always the way I look at Road to the Show. So I get to kind of go into my own little world when I play Road to the Show. So it means a lot for me. I really enjoy it, and I think it's always worth it. But if you don't feel it's worth it, I wouldn't get it. For me, those 4 extra days are enough. Ugh. See, I limit myself. I limit myself to what I can use. Because, like, I'll do one playthrough where I use, like, all the best possible stuff to just make myself be good. I'll also do a playthrough where it's, like, double A, I can only use silver. Triple A, I can use gold. Once I make it to the majors, I can use whatever possible. So, that's the way I always look at it. And I don't know how the hell you would have had 99 power and 100 speed in 1 year. That means you were too good, is what that means. Because, like, I don't even get those kind of boosts. I think I had, like, 80 some power at the end of 1 year with the, like, abilities, you know, with the cards added. Oh, well, that explains it then. That explains why you were 99 and 100 so quickly. I play on, I think it's, I forget what their levels are. I play on like the 3rd level or the 4th one of those two. I used to do the balance, like the scaling one, but it just became too much of an issue with the way it fluctuates at times. Sorry, boss. I couldn't do it. You know, that little bit of advice you gave me, the worst of times are when lawyers have to force their biggest smiles. I don't know exactly what you meant, but there was no way I could force a smile in that courtroom today. I'm just glad you remembered that. But now, how about relaxing a little? Relax? Not gonna happen. Junie. She asked me to defend her because she believes in me. But I felt completely hopeless. Helpless. If it weren't for their confessions, I'd... I always have my troubles reading the ball initially, like if I haven't played in a while. And then, normally I gradually see the ball better. However, I swing it like everything. Because the worst thing is, my, like, instinct is to just press X whenever the ball's coming close. So it's always hard for me to battle back my thumb from just pressing X. Or circle or square. Because I don't like the analog stick method. I just don't like it. No, I can't lose it all. Not now. You okay, Athena? You're turning kind of pale. I can't just stand around here. I'm going to finish the investigation. Can it wait? I just took a batch of freshly baked cookies out of my magic panties. It's been a while, Trucy. Oh yeah, I always turn the PCI off. I hate the PCI. It just doesn't work for me. It to me it's too distracting. Like that's what I hate about the PCI. Thanks, but I'd better get going. Save me one for when I get back. Apollo, you wait here. I need to see Junie at the detention center first, right away. No, wait. I'm going to help you. I'm going with you. Sorry, Mr. Wright, but I'd better go too. No problem. You two be careful. Yeah, the people who can play with it on, like, good for them. Good for them. I understand that it helps, but yeah, it's too distracting for me. I can't handle the PCI being there. Just not a thing I can do. There's so much I need to ask Junie. What happened in court today? Where we go from here? What the fuck is he doing here? Why's the creepy statue that's going to kill me and turn me into an S-rank hunter here? Once again, I hate that fucking smile. I fucking hate it.
Well now, fancy meeting you here.
Oh, Professor Means, what brings you here? I asked him to come. He arrived just a little before you. I wanted to ask him something. But first, Athena, I want to apologize for my sudden confession after you worked so hard to defend me. She was calling me Athena until just now. That fetch. Now, I should be the one apologizing. The whole thing spiraled out of my control. Athena, Don't worry. I'll really bring it tomorrow. I'll find something to prove your innocence. That's not a bad call there. Calling him a weeping angel. I like that. That's not bad. That's not bad. I think he does look like he's a fucking marble statue. About that, Athena. Had to take a long ellipses there. There were like 15 ellipses. I've been thinking of asking Professor Means to defend me. The fuck you mean by that? Why you want fucking Creeps McGee over here defending you and not your friend? What's the issue here, Juniper? Huh? Batch?
I myself only have heard of this a moment ago.
Oh, so she thinks Professor Means would be... No, I can't let this happen. Not with the way he wants to do things. This dude's an asshole. Junie. I know, Athena, but will you please hear me out? Bitch, you better have a good explanation for this. Athena, do you actually think Hugh or Robin could have committed this crime? I'm 90% sure this is cult activity right now. Like, I don't know what's going on. I'm thinking you sacrificed Professor Court to the blood god right now. Well, that was because you played the GCN baseball and football. The 3D models for Backyard Baseball. It's weird because I'm so, like, I grew up on the games. So I've seen them in their, like, 8-bit style. And it's just weird seeing them in 3D. It's so weird seeing them in 3D. The models don't look terrible either. They don't look bad. It's just weird. Athena, read that. The body was moved right before the mock trial. Besides, Besides Junie, they're the only ones who can move freely around the campus at that time. I'm sorry, Junie, but at this point, I can't rule them out. I was afraid you'd say that.
Juniper is seeking a lawyer who can clear all 3 of their names. Yes.
I mean, I'm okay if they use the MLB license for the game because, like, I think it's fun to have them there. I prefer the kids being kind of the main characters. And it'd be cool to add some new characters, you know, if they're not going to do child versions of MLB players. Like, it would be cool to add new characters to the gang. I think that would be fun if they could do that. But you got to come up with good ones. Like, they got the OGs in there. My man, the GOAT, Pablo Sanchez. No athlete ever better. You can put any athlete up against them, and guess what? They lose. Hands down. Nobody's better than the GOAT. And then you got, like, Dmitry Petrovich, Dante Robinson, Keisha Phillips, Stephanie Morgan, Jocinda Smith. I'm going to see how many I can remember. The Weber twins. Kenny Kawaguchi. Almost forgot him. He's up there with the GOATs at pitching. Ernie Steele. Jorge Garcia. He doesn't like to get dirty. I'm legitimately going through the roster in my head. Tony and Angela Del Vecchio. Don't fuck with the Del Vecchios. They'll put you 6 feet under. And I ain't talking no Creed either. Let's see. Ricky Johnson. Best kicker in the game. Pete Wheeler. Reese Worthington. That's about all I can come up with. Oh, you got Vicky Kawaguchi. Yeah, Kenny's sister. I think that's all I could come up with off the top of my head. I got a pretty good chunk of the roster there, though. Oh, Annie Frazier. Yeah, she's a good catcher. She's a really good catcher in the OG game. Really good catcher. Luann, yeah. Yep. She loves everything pink. What is her name? She's obsessed with candy. I forget her name. You got a lot. The roster's great. The roster of kids is great. Only I am capable of such a feat. But how can you possibly prove that all 3 of them are innocent? Oh, that's Dante Robinson. Don't you forget about my man Dante Robinson. How dare you? I will take no slander of Dante Robinson in this chat. You put him on the court, that man is dominant. I am a result-oriented person. Come tomorrow, I won't fail to have the perfect piece of evidence ready. For the end really does justify the means, especially for me, Professor Aristotle Means. I really don't like the sound of that. I did say Jorge. I'm sorry, but just as you believe I'm innocent, I believe that my friends are innocent too. Alright. That's how you feel. We'll respect your decision. Apollo? Well, we want to continue our investigation. Can we ask you some more questions? Sure, I don't mind. Professor Means, would you like to stay and join our conversation? I mean, he is your lawyer now, so...
Yes, of course. I am your lawyer, after all.
There's that smile again. Why does it always creep me out? Because he's a giant statue that's going to kill you and make you an S-rank hunter, even though that's not what you asked for, and you were contemplating how worthless you were in that first episode. Am I reflecting on solo leveling like I was part of it? No, totally not. How dare you think that? How dare you think that I wish I could aura farm like that? Why did you confess? About your confession, Ginny. It's not true, is it? What was the prequel to God of War? I don't remember hearing of that. God of War, a prequel. Oh, Sons of Sparta. Okay. It's a 2D platformer? I don't like that. Like, let's be real, the first God of War game I ever played was the one we streamed. And as good as that game is, like, I would never want to do a, like, 2D platformer one there. Who the fuck's that? Well, apparently the Chiefs were close to acquiring Breece Hall from the Jets ahead of the trade deadline. Alright. It's a Metroidvania. Mixed to average. I mean, I don't think it, like, the sound of a God of War game being a 2D platformer, it sounds terrible to me. That sounds terrible to me. That game's whole thing has been made up of being a hack and slash. Like, being RPG-esque. Like, come on. You just said what you did because Robin had confessed on the stand, didn't you? Yes, I wasn't thinking straight. All I knew was I had to help my friend. You mean because of that school rule? The one that says you can't graduate if you were convicted of a crime? No, I didn't do it because of some rule. I did it because she's my friend. That was not only just a cough for her, that was a cough for me. Oh god, she's dying! Why is there discord in her voice again? Could it really be that the friendship between the three of them is on the rocks? I think we need a nice hard glass of bourbon. There's more here than meets the eye. It's like Transformers.
Autobots, roll out.
When did you three first become friends? Well,
Oh god, flashback time.
even though we were in different courses, we really bonded from the first day at school. We vowed to work together to bring an end to the dark age of the law. That was when our proof of friendship came about, and then the Fire Nation attacked. There's that proof of friendship thing again. Just wish this was as simple as that. But the situation kind of changed recently, when the school's policy shifted to training legal professionals who produce results.
Allow me to explain. In the lawyer course I teach, producing results means winning trials. If you're a loser, we will murder you. Professor Court, on the other hand, taught that finding the truth was the only valid result.
Can we just point out, I know why she got murdered now? I know exactly why she got murdered now. Her course was literally going, hey, you have to just find the truth. While the other courses are like, bro, we winners here. We're winning. This just became actual sport. Like, you've got teachers that are just fucking coaches that don't lose. You got Bill Belichick in his Patriots prime coaching the lawyer course. They've got Spygate going, Deflategate going. Fucking, I bet you Greg Williams is teaching that lawyer's course going with Bountygate right now.
Unfortunately, that clash of ideas created a rift among our students.
Are you on team if you ain't first, you're last? Or are you on team find the truth? Like that's the choice here. Win or go home, or find the truth no matter what the answer may be. At some point we stopped talking about it. While that meant fewer arguments, it also meant we couldn't be as frank and open with each other as we used to be. I think I understand. What? Wrong person talking. I think I understand now. By putting their friendship on a pedestal, they actually did more harm than good. It seems the relationship between the three of them isn't as simple as I thought. Juniper, thank you for talking to us about this difficult subject. Pokidoku was a mixed bag. What was it? Yeah, thanks, Ginny. Now, if you can tell us about the day of the murder? Like, what went down? What were you doing? What were you eating? Ginny, you told us yesterday that you went home a little after 6 p.m. Was that a lie? I'm sorry I didn't tell you this before, but what actually happened was I left the art room a little after 6 p.m. and headed over to my dressing room where I worked on my stage costume until 7. That's it? You didn't go anywhere else? No, nowhere else. That really worried. Then there would be no reason to lie in the first place. She's gotta be hiding something. Junie, look at this photograph. Every time I do, it makes me laugh. Why'd your eyes get so red? And what the hell is on Joey's head? The columns were Alola, Monotype, and Mythical. The rows was Mega Evolved, Normal, and Grass. Ooh. Damn. That's legitimately rough. Well, no. I was going to say Mega and Mythical would be Mewtwo, but I don't believe that is accurate. That would be Legendary. Ooh, that one is a bit rougher. Let's see. Normal Alola. What the fuck is a normal Alolan? Oh, Young Goose. Yeah, Young Goose for that one. Monotype could also be Young Goose. If you wanted. Or Gumshoes. Mega Evolved Alola. I don't know what you would do for that one. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck you would do for that one. Monograss, Grookey, Bulbasaur. Is Bulbasaur grass poison off rip? I want to say it's just grass off rip, then becomes grass poison with Ivysaur. Maybe I'm wrong there. Mythical normal seems weird. Like, what would you do for that? What's a normal mythical? Arceus. It would have to be Arceus. That's the only one I could think. It's grass poison all the way. Okay. So, yeah, like Grookey, Chikorita. Starters are like the best thing to go to for that mono grass. Mono normal, Meowth, Rattata, Raticate. Mono Mega Evolved. Blastoise. There you go. Grass Mythical would be Celebi. I don't know. Normal Mythical, I don't know. There are 5 Alolan Mons that can Mega Evolve? There are 5 Alolan Mons? I didn't even realize there were that many that can Mega Evolve. Yes, but something's wrong here. Wrong? What's wrong? I took this picture at around 6, which was before I'd left the art room. But the clock here says it's just after 7. By 7, I'd already been working in my dressing room for some time. So there's definitely something wrong with the time in this picture. I guess we better go check the art room. Okay, just one last question about the day of the murder. On the evening before the mock trial, the evening of the murder, you ran into Hugh. Yes, I did. Oh, she got real nervous. She's sweating. Oh, Magearna. I didn't even think about Magearna. I didn't even think about Magearna. Golisopod can Mega Evolve? I'm not gonna lie. I think I entirely just did not know Zeraora, Golisopod, and Crabominable could Mega Evolve. I take it that must have been added in ZA. Yep. Yep, that was added in ZA. Okay. No wonder I didn't know. Yep. Yep. Oh yeah, Zeraora just becomes essentially Luxray. Yeah. Crabominable. Oh yeah, I never saw that one either. Goddamn. Yeah, I just didn't know about most of them. Magearna. I just forgot about that one. She suddenly went silent. She always was terrible at hiding things. Magearna, Zeraora, Darkrai, and Diancie. What fits though for normal mythical? Because I can't even think of a normal type that would fit there. Because Magearna is what? Steel? Zeraora is electric, Darkrai's dark, and Diancie's fairy. So what would be the normal mythical? She was trying to keep their meeting a secret by lying about going home at 6 o'clock. Alright, I won't press the matter any further. Is there anything else you noticed on the night of the murder? Well, I don't know if this will help, but that evening, I went back to my dressing room to get something I'd forgotten there. It was well after the last bell rang. I'd say maybe around 8:30. Around 8:30, huh? That's over an hour after when the crime supposedly took place. Oh, Meloetta, yeah. I forgot about Meloetta. So at least I was right with Arceus. That's why I noticed that both stage statues were finished. They were quite large, and they were each covered with a white sheet, but I could tell. It made me happy to think that after all the hard work, they were finally finished. Oh, right, the statues that Robin made, so they were covered in white sheets. She's dying. Junie, are you okay? Sorry, I'm a little tired, that's all.
Sniff her flower.
It's her inhaler. Athena, I think this meeting is over. Professor Means?
I will use any means possible to get the result I want in Juniper's case. But it will require considerable preparation, so I must be off.
Junie and Professor Means, I have a proposal. A proposal? Wait. This isn't another of your crazy... By sundown today. Yes. I, Athena Sykes, along with Apollo Justice, who I'm dragging along with me. Well, wait a second. Don't drag me. We're going to discover the truth behind this murder mystery. And we're going to bring you solid evidence showing just what that truth is.
I see. So it has come to this, has it?
If we succeed in doing that, I want you to promise that you'll accept it, Junie, no matter how hard it is to hear. Then you shouldn't need anyone else to defend you except me. Have we got a deal? I trust that's okay with you, Professor Mains.
I have no objections as long as Juniper is satisfied with this arrangement.
Okay, but only if it's the truth, the real truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God. Sorry to put you through this, Thena, but thank you. I've been thinking only of myself this whole time. Junie, it's way too early to thank me. I haven't even figured out what I'm eating for lunch. But you can thank me all you want once I get to the bottom of this.
Very well. I will see you back here at sundown.
I hate him. Legitimately. Hate him. I just don't like him. I just don't like him. Sorry for all the trouble, Professor. It's just she's new to the agency, so...
Don't be silly. I find it rather thrilling. Now, let us meet here again later.
If you'll excuse me, I'd better go. Okay, see you later. This is no time to be thinking about that. I've got an investigation to do. I will find the truth by sundown, no matter what. I probably have to talk to him at some point, but... We move! Let's go to the maintenance area. Why not? Oh, nobody's here. Yeah, I got a feeling I'm gonna have to talk to you first. Today's trial focused on the day of the crime and the actions of those involved. Yeah, like when the voice was recorded and who went to the art room and when. If we analyze the info we have, we should be able to ID the killer. There's no lead. There's no lead in these legs. I've been training for a day like this. There's no lead in these legs. There we go. Okay, on my mark, ready, set. No running for me. I'm done trying to keep up with you. Only the 3 mock trial participants could have moved the body before it started. That's why the killer must be Robin, Hugh, or Juniper. Right, and that means at least one of them is lying. To make matters worse, I have a feeling each one of them is hiding some sort of secret. We'll have to bring it all to light. I'm not looking forward to it, but it has to be done. Nope. Son of a bitch. Look who's back.
Snake! Snake! Snake!
Oh shit, apparently Red Octane's doing a new rhythm game called Stage Tour. The newest Guitar Hero, I guess. Oh, wait a minute. I need to know. These calculations. Dear Lord, Dante Corleone came in at 340? Holy fuck, that's a big boy. Holy shit. Guy came in a lot heavier than Brandon Cleveland. That's crazy. I like him a lot. Dante Corleone, good player. Defensive lineman out of Cincinnati. Really good player. Is it my imagination or did something just move? Dear Lord, why are you here? Why do I have to deal with both of them? Afternoon, you two. Prosecutor Gavin, what are you doing here? Don't you think sneaking onto campus like this is just slightly suspicious? I'll have you know I'm continuing my investigation in the strictest of confidence. I don't want to be caught napping again at tomorrow's trial. And that means a thorough investigation today. Think you can lend us a hand? I'm not one to refuse a damsel in distress. But you needn't have asked, Fraulein. I'd intend to help from the start. You're the best, Prosecutor Gavin. Okay, time for a thorough investigation. I bet we missed lots of stuff yesterday. Do I fucking look at the box first? I'm gonna talk to Clavier. Is the end of Clavier in the Phoenix Wright series? I mean, I'm more annoyed that I have to deal with him and Miriam. Like, one at a time, fine. Both at the same time might be a little too much to handle. Prosecutor Gavin, you were scheduled to perform at the school festival, weren't you? That's right, but I hadn't seen this stage until yesterday. That backdrop with the starry sky and big crescent moon isn't half bad. We also had some tricks up our sleeve to make the concert really rock. Pyrotechnics, a fog machine, big banners, things like that. It would have looked like this. The plans from yesterday. What's that design on the back there? Design on the banner there in the back. I know the scales are the school emblem. But what's with the number 6? It looks like it's in serious pain or something. Athena? Ixnay on the Ixay. That's the Gavineers logo, Fraulein. Oh, and a nice pig Latin air forehead. Really smooth. I love when people pull out the pig Latin. Ixnay on the Ixay. Oh, I meant it looks like the number 6 rocking seriously hard. 9, Fraulein. You say G for Gavineers, not a 6. But whatever floats your boat. I will say, I initially, when I first saw it, saw the G immediately, but I get how she thinks it's a 6. I also think it could be a cool looking teardrop or raindrop logo. So where's the banner? I don't see it anywhere on stage. It was an important part of the show, but the school managed to misplace it somehow, those sons of bitches. It's a pity. We had it specifically made from heavyweight, high-grade cloth. A missing banner and 2 broken statues. There are mysteries aplenty to be solved, yeah. Come to think of it, one of the broken statues was of Prosecutor Gavin. You would think so. You would think he'd be like, I don't like that bloke. What the fuck is that? How dare you?
as you can see here in the stage plans. Right here, we have the statue of me. And right here, a Wirght statue. But little does that matter now, as we both lie in pieces thanks to you, Air Forehead. What did I ever do to you?
Actually, this statue broke into rather large pieces. Why don't we try to put it back together? Maybe we'll learn something new.
Picking up the pieces of a shattered rock star. Aktun! That's one uber cool idea. I hated that line. There might even be a song in there somewhere. The Aktun. His concert and his guitar. He had imported Japan, yep. Yep. I mean, there was a lot of bad that went on with the Gaviniers. It's very surprising they have lasted as long as they have.
Yay, let's do this.
Is this an investigation, or am I interpreting a German language club social event? Fuck it.
Wait, you don't think this weird box here is... I knew it. I'd know that voice anywhere.
Let's just ignore it. I mean, it made its wishes loud and clear.
So this is the future cardboard box technology has afforded us? Huh? I don't know. This is fine for a rock concert, but the nighttime sky is a backdrop for a courtroom?
Personally, I think it's breathtaking. I mean, speaking the truth under a starry sky. Don't you think it's romantic, Fraulein? And the waning crescent moon represents the maximum 3-day trial cycle.
3-day trials outdoors? No thanks. If it starts raining, my hair will be ruined. Well, they built a witness stand too, even though it's just a temporary stage. But I think they're still working on it. See what this notice says. Caution. Pedestal features a high-speed rotation mode. Activate with care. You mean this thing spins? Fuck yeah. There's even a prosecutor's bench here on the stage.
Ah, the memories, Fraulein, as a former rock star and a prosecutor. The prosecutor's bench has taught me much about human emotions, passion, and fight.
I can picture it now. You with your silvery singing voice, and Apollo sweating bullets.
Hey! How about picturing me winning once in a while?
The winner of the mock trial was to take the training seminar right here.
You mean Hugh or Robin?
Yeah, besides Junie, they're the only ones who could move freely around the campus. Before the mock trial, that means one of them must be the killer.
That's not really enough to go on, is it? We need to talk with Juniper one more time and persuade her to give us a name.
Right. And that means we have to find irrefutable evidence before the day ends. There's no time to lose. We can't rush it either. Efficiency is the key.
Oh, there we go.
Oh no, Prosecutor Gavin, you're a complete wreck. Literally. Why in the world would someone do something like this? I don't know, but whoever did it must have felt an amazing sense of release. Can I take that as a confession, Air Forehand? What? No! I feel bad for Robin. She worked so hard on these. Let's pick up the pieces for her. You got it. Let's check every corner of this stage, yeah. The other statue Robin made. It's been smashed to bits. If there were some larger pieces, we might be able to put this one back together too.
Yeah, but all I see are itty bitty ones.
I wonder what Mr. Wright would think. If he knew we put Prosecutor Gavin's statue back together, but left his like this.
He could always come back to it after the case is solved. I'll help you fix it.
It's a bit too far away to get a good look. Maybe we should try a different angle.
Oh.
Found one, a piece of Prosecutor Gavin's shattered pride.
You saying my pride is as fragile as a plaster of Paris.
Looks like there are other large pieces scattered around. Okay, let's find what we can.
Interesting.
Found another piece of the statue.
There should still be some more. Oh, I heard. Oh no, I did get a notification. Okay, that explains it. There should still be some more. Let's leave no stone unturned. Oh, there we go.
Found another piece of the statue. There should still be more. Let's okay.
Oh, there we go. Okay. Alright. Let me go back up here then. Just get a quick look. No, I'm not avoiding it. I'm just looking to see if there are any more stones anywhere. 'Cause that's what I need to look for, is that.
Oh, I like the view. The judge can look down on everything from up here.
Yeah, not bad for a temporary stage.
Is that so, Mr. Justice?
Huh. Your judge acts from the mock trial? I don't know why, but it kind of creeps me out.
Wrong answer again, Mr. Justice. A penalty for our mock lawyer.
That is not funny. Alright. Oh, there we go. I was like, there's got to be another one somewhere. This looks like another piece of the statue.
Thanks, Apollo. This makes 5 pieces in all.
I think we have all we're going to find.
Okay, let's get back to where Prosecutor Gavin was shattered.
Think you might want to reword that. Alright.
Well, I don't see any other big pieces lying around. Yeah, let's see if we can put this statue back together. Alright, Apollo. You come over here, and Prosecutor Gavin, if you could hold this.
Son of a bitch. He's back together again. We put Humpty Dumpty back together again.
We did it! Not bad if I do say so myself.
Yeah, but don't you think it's strange? We put the statue back together. But look. What's with all these leftover white pieces?
They look like they go together. And this one too.
Athena? What do you think you're doing?
Don't stop me now. I'm having such a good time. I'm having a ball. The artist inside me wants to get out, have a good time.
It's another statue. So, what is it? Ah, it's the goddess of law holding a pair of scales in one hand and a sword in the other. It's quite the feat you pulled off there, Fraulein.
Hugh, I love that feeling you get after you work really hard on something.
No. I knew who it was. I meant to ask what it's doing here. Not sure. There's no statue like this in the stage plans.
Still, I could swear I've seen this statue somewhere before.
I know where we've seen it before. The more we learn, the deeper the rabbit hole goes. Just like why the fuck they don't explain the obelisk blue attire. I don't get it. At least we're moving in the right direction. Let's keep searching the stage for clues. It's also I bring it up again because you also have the white on red attire that Chumley wears for Slifer Red, and you have the white on yellow that is worn by some Raw students. I'm just saying it makes no sense, and they need to give us an explanation. I need an explanation. 100%. At least we're moving in the right direction. Let's keep searching the stage for clues.
I've been wondering about something this whole time. You know that pole at the edge of the stage?
You mean this? There's a wire that goes off and connects to something somewhere. That's an open window. This wire is for hanging banners over the stage. One of the policemen who was here earlier was checking how it worked. Oh, so that's why the banner looks like it's out of place. The banners are hung and removed from the art room over there.
That's the art room over there? As in the scene of the crime?
Bingo, Fraulein. It's still crawling with cops, though.
Hey, anyone in the art room?
Oh, god damn it. Oh, it's you people! Injustice, we trust!
It's Detective Fulbright. Injustice, we trust.
Is that some kind of greeting between you two?
Detective Fulbright, can you lower that banner from here?
Of course. Just leave it to me. Justice. How's that? Whew.
Thanks, Detective. Injustice, we trust.
Always glad to help.
In justice we trust.
So is that some kind of greeting between you two or not?
Yeah, okay, so my thought process of why the banner was set where it was is correct. Well, it looks like the banner's down now. Let's go take a look. And that is where we are gonna call this one for today. Good good cliffhanger with the banner being as it is. And of course, Miriam's still in her fucking box. She's living in a box. In a cardboard box. But that is where we are going to call it for today. Tomorrow we're back for the Pokemon Black randomized hardcore Nuzlocke. And yeah, I don't think there's anything more I got to talk about. Must suck when it rains. Oh, has to. Absolutely has to. But the only thing I gotta talk about content-wise is you guys are getting some Sanford today as I work on Raiders, getting those last 2 games put together. And you guys will get week 4 of Texarkana tomorrow. So that's the situation at hand for content. I'll figure out when exactly you guys are going to be getting FIU, because I want to get that out pretty soon, because now that I know it's there and that I have it, I'm very happy about it, and a little too happy about it. I was very excited last night when I found that. But with that, I appreciate you guys. Let me get some music going, and I will say goodbye. Let's go. Well, first, let me lower my volume so I don't bust an eardrum. Let's go with this one. But with that, Dash, Jaren, appreciate you guys for being here. If you're watching after fast or we're just chilling in the chat, I appreciate you too. And I think that's everything. With that, I will see you next time.